The all-new Bajaj Pulsar 250. It's the most powerful Pulsar ever and comes 20 years after the Bajaj Pulsar was first introduced. It comes in two flavors, a naked called the Pulsar N250 and a half-faired variant called the Pulsar F250. Bajaj has not strayed away too much from the familiar design language. So the new Pulsar 250 looks unmistakably like a Pulsar, something which is instantly recognizable. The part analog, part digital speedometer is shared with both variants and offers the same features including gear position indicator, clock, fuel efficiency and distance to empty readings. Both bikes are built on the same platform, sharing the same 250cc single-cylinder, two-valve air and oil-cooled engine, as well as the new steel down-tube frame, suspension, wheels, tyres and brakes. The gearbox is a 5-speed unit, but comes with a standard slip and assist clutch. The differences between the two Pulsar 250 variants are minor, with the most visible being the half fairing on the F250, as well as a small windscreen. The F250 also gets a slightly different face, with a slightly different headlight and DRL design. Also different are the raised clip-on handlebars, which are designed for a comfortable and upright riding position, with just a hint of sportiness. Comfortable, but not too aggressive. The fairing has added 2 kilograms on the F250, but definitely offers better wind protection and aerodynamics. The naked Pulsar N250, on the other hand, wears an Angrier design with a more aggressive face. Its naked street design is somewhat reminiscent of the NS200, and it gets a flat handlebar, going with its Street Fighter design theme. The engine, mounted on a new tubular steel chassis, is the same, and it gets the same suspension and brakes. The 17-inch alloy wheels are the same, with the same tubeless tires. And both the N250 and F250 get disc brakes, but only single-channel ABS. Both bikes also have the same seat height and ground clearance, but the naked is 2 kilograms lighter than the F250.
The Pulsar brand is a very important brand for Bajaj Auto, but it also changed the whole motorcycling landscape in India when the first Pulsars were introduced in 2001. The Pulsar 150 and 180, the first gen model, changed what we knew back then about motorcycles with muscular, robust and chiseled looks. Completely new kind of motorcycles. And over the years, the Pulsar brand has cemented Bajaj's position as a manufacturer of motorcycles, and today Bajaj is of course the largest exporter of motorcycles from India. 20 years later, we have these two, the Bajaj Pulsar 250, and now Bajaj says these two are the best ever Pulsars yet. So those are the two bikes that we're riding today. See if they are actually the best Pulsars yet.
On the move, it's immediately apparent that the new Pulsar 250 feels more refined, with slick gear shifts. The riding position is friendly and neutral, something which riders of all kinds of height and experience will welcome. The 250cc engine is smooth and offers linear acceleration to keep things fairly interesting without being intimidating, even for new riders. The new chassis has been stiffened for better handling, and that's immediately obvious by how planted the new Pulsar 250 is around the set of corners. With better aerodynamics is the F250, which offers better top-end performance than the naked. But it's out in traffic and in the city where the Pulsar 250 will spend almost all of its time in. And it's here where the comfortable ride and easy maneuverability impresses. The Pulsar 250s make light work of filtering through traffic, and ride quality is plush and comfortable. Broken tarmac, potholes and speed breakers are dispatched without a hint of harshness from the suspension. On a relatively open stretch, the Pulsar 250 can cruise comfortably at highway speeds. The Pulsar 250 isn't slow by any means, but if you're looking for adrenaline-pumping performance, it fails to excite. It's more like a solid, stable and planted performer, rather than a hooligan.
To me, the new Pulsar 250 offers a very smooth engine, smooth and refined engine, very slick gear shifts, and that slip and assist clutch is a boon while riding in traffic. So you don't feel any stress on your hand when you're changing gears, going in bumper to bumper traffic, or even negotiating normal everyday traffic in the city. Fifth gear, you can easily go at 45-50 kilometers per hour. You can easily pull cleanly without downshifting to fourth or third. So that's the kind of strong mid-range that happens. And when you go into crawling speeds as well, you can very easily pull from second gear onwards. It's a 5-speed gearbox. I do miss a 6th gear when sitting at high speeds on the highways. The new Pulsar 250 is not a radical change from the way the Pulsars have been designed over the years. In fact, the last generation Pulsar 220 or even the Pulsar 200s, that one looks more like a NS200, slightly more refined, more modified version of a NS200, so that it retains that Pulsar identity. But in 2021, all new Pulsar, I would have expected a little bit more features. Perhaps Bluetooth connectivity, just for the gizmos. Not many people like to use those, but yes, just for bragging rights, why not? So overall, I think the new Pulsar 250 does justify the all-new tag. Best Pulsar ever? Yes, definitely the best Pulsar ever, but could it have been better? That's also a definite yes. Could have been better, but it's definitely the best Pulsar yet.
The biggest strength of the new Pulsar 250 is its attractive price tag, something which will certainly attract its share of fans and followers. And there is no doubt that Bajaj has certainly introduced a pair of well-rounded motorcycles. But as the flagship Pulsars of the 21st century, celebrating the 20th anniversary milestone, the Pulsar 250s just about fall short on the wow factor. Something which can make all the difference between a good product and a truly great one.